Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's edition of the Maconi Setup Shop A-Fix Tutorials. This week we are looking at the Talladega Super Speedway, so strap in and let's get to it. As always, there's not really a whole lot to go over when it comes to the Super Speedway stuff. I just kind of try to show you guys what I think is faster for qualifying, and I've had a mixed bag of results for this one. The wind direction really dictates a lot. Okay, I'll show you real quick that I'm using the weather provided. I've been pretty consistent with an 8-mile-an-hour wind, but the direction has changed quite a bit from all the sessions that I've done. I've tried just going straight out of the pits. I've tried a few different things. When it comes to super speedway stuff, for whatever reason, I really enjoy testing all kinds of stuff. So I've tried just about everything I can, and I still think that the 2-lap warm-up is the best way to go about it still. When I say I've had a mixed bag of results, I'm stuck between 4th and 5th gear, and as you can see on the lap times on the left, this first run here is 4th gear. The second run is 5th gear, and in my previous sessions, 5th gear has been slightly faster by 100th, and I've had a few sessions where 4th gear is slightly faster by 100th. Right on top of each other. Personally, I still believe that with this new gearbox ratio that iRacing's put out over the last, I think, season now, I still believe that 4th gear is the better qualifying gear, and 5th gear is the better race gear. And when we switch to the in-car, you'll see 4th gear here, I'm doing about 8,600 around the track, and it's just outside the power band range, like that optimal power band range. But 5th gear, you're getting to like 7,800. Okay, for the sake of this video, I'm also going to skip. I'll show you guys the warm-up and everything. The warm-up's the same. You come out of the pits doing about 110 miles an hour all the way around the racetrack. I get to a spot just entering the tri-oval, drop a gear, wind the car up. You're keeping it a lane off the wall, and then setting up to start your lap is just a nice arc through the tri-oval. Very much so what I did on the first lap, or the first run, is what I'm doing every time. Okay, when I go back, I'll show you guys from the in-car the warm-up lap, or at least coming to start the warm-up lap. But yeah, other than that, you're just trying to keep it a lane off the wall at least, so that you're not getting the wall effect. Keeping the wheel as straight as you can through the corners, very little input. As you guys, like, as the video goes on, you can watch my wheel input. I mean, I'm hardly moving it, right? Let's see here. We'll go to the in-car for this. I'll back it up for you guys just so you can see where I'm going. We're holding about 110, and this yellow sign right here, once I get to that, just a nice smooth gear drop, and we're just winding the car up. Okay, I always try to line this windshield bar with the dotted lines. To me, that's my cushion of protection against the wall, if you will. Okay, I know that any closer than that, I'm going to start to get that wall effect. Okay, like I said, just keeping it about a lane off the wall. You don't have to worry about that drag. That drag will slow you down. If you don't believe me, you can try it for yourself. You'll come to the start-finish line about 2 to 3 miles an hour slower than what you normally would, and when you're qualifying at a super speedway, I mean, that's everything, right? Again, this run here is 4th gear. This was the fastest for this session. Like I said, it's been a toss-up. Okay, the tri-oval to me is the biggest thing. Look how smooth the wheel is. Right, we're barely moving it, trying to keep it on the smoothest part of the racetrack, and here we go to start our money lap. Okay, guys. Like I said, unfortunately, there's not really a whole heck of a lot to cover when it comes to the super speedway stuff. Qualifying is important. One, for the pit stall, right? Most likely, if you're pitting here, if it is under green, um, pit box selection is huge regardless. Under green, the closer you are to the front, they've moved the pit stalls back a little bit so that you're not such a disadvantage being the first box, because everybody's already at 60 miles an hour trying to leave pit road where you're having to accelerate. That first pit stall's moved back a bit, so by the time you get to the pit road exit, you're pretty much at speed. So qualifying here is simply important for track position and pit boxes. Obviously, under caution, the closer you are to the front, the closer you are to the end of the pit road line, right? So getting off pit road ahead of everybody is good. You always want to try to be at the front of these fields, I feel like, so that you're away from most of the trouble. Trouble's going to happen anywhere, right? But at least for me, I feel like when I'm at the very front or the very back, I have a better chance of avoiding it. And that's the main goal. When it comes to super speedway racing, you can go from the back to the front at will. It seems like this track has 3 lanes that can move anytime. So yeah, hopefully this qualifying guide essentially helps you guys get a better start, and hopefully you guys can stay out of trouble when the race comes. All right, guys, that'll just about do it for this week's video. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment down below. If you find that this video was helpful, please consider leaving a like. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can see these videos every Monday when they're posted on the Maconi YouTube page. All right, guys, best of luck this week, and we'll see you on the track.